Boundaries are essential for healthy interpersonal relationships. They are the limits we set for ourselves to protect our mental health, physical well-being, and emotional balance. However, some people struggle with setting and maintaining healthy boundaries, which can lead to various negative consequences in their lives. In this video, we will discuss 8 signs you have poor boundaries, why it happens, and provide real-life examples. 1. You have difficulty saying no. If you have poor boundaries, you may have trouble setting limits on your time, energy, and resources. You may find yourself saying yes to commitments and requests that you don't have the capacity or desire to fulfill. For example, your coworker asks you to cover their shift, and even though you already have plans, you agree to it to avoid conflict. 2. You overshare personal information. When you have poor boundaries, you may be inclined to disclose personal information to people who haven't earned your trust or respect. For instance, you may share intimate details about your relationship with a casual acquaintance without considering the potential consequences. 3. You take responsibility for others' feelings. People with poor boundaries often feel responsible for others' emotions and may even sacrifice their own needs to accommodate others. For example, you may cancel your plans to spend time with a friend who's going through a tough time, even though you're struggling with your mental health. 4. You have trouble expressing your feelings. Individuals with poor boundaries may find it difficult to express their thoughts and emotions honestly. They may fear rejection or abandonment and may suppress their feelings to avoid conflict. For example, you may feel upset about a friend's behavior, but instead of bringing it up, you keep your thoughts to yourself and suffer in silence. 5. You tolerate disrespectful behavior. When you have poor boundaries, you may tolerate other people's disrespectful behavior towards you. You may feel like you don't deserve better treatment and may not recognize when others are crossing your boundaries. For example, your partner may talk down to you, but instead of standing up for yourself, you accept their behavior and try to appease them. 6. You have difficulty making decisions. People with poor boundaries may struggle with making decisions and may rely on others to make choices for them. They may feel unsure of themselves and their ability to make the right decision. For example, you may ask your friends to decide where to eat because you're afraid of making the wrong choice. 7. You avoid conflict. Individuals with poor boundaries may avoid conflict at all costs and may sacrifice their own needs to keep the peace. They may fear confrontation and may not be assertive in standing up for themselves. For instance, you may let a coworker take credit for your work to avoid conflict, even though it's not fair. 8. You have difficulty ending relationships. When you have poor boundaries, you may struggle to end relationships, even when they are no longer serving you. You may prioritize others' needs over your own and be afraid of being alone. For example, you may stay in a toxic relationship because you fear being single, even though it's causing you emotional harm. Poor boundaries can stem from various factors, including childhood experiences, past trauma, cultural norms, and personality traits. For example, individuals who grew up in households where their emotional needs were not met may struggle with setting healthy boundaries later in life. Similarly, people with people-pleasing tendencies may prioritize others' needs over their own and struggle with saying no. In conclusion, setting and maintaining healthy boundaries is essential for our mental health, physical well-being, and emotional balance. Poor boundaries can have various negative consequences, including burnout, anxiety, and depression. Recognizing the signs of poor boundaries and understanding why it happens can help individuals take steps towards developing healthier boundaries and improving their overall well-being.